Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, September 1st, 2015 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is my being desires passion in action. And today we have the moon in Aries finishing up, helping us finish up the connection of Venus and Mars yesterday. And so early in the morning, the moon is actually going to connect to both Venus and Mars, which are still basically conjunct, but not exactly on top of each other anymore. So this is just going to be amplifying our feelings around our masculine and feminine energy and the expression of it. Venus and Mars are in Leo, and Leo is about that expression. It's mostly the expression that comes when we let our heart shine, when we let our inner child be who we are. Who is your, just give you some more personalities, who is your inner little girl? Who is your little inner boy? How do they express themselves? You know, Moon in Aries wants to play. It wants to have fun. Oh, it's so funny. It's actually one of the cards that I pulled. It's playful. The Moon in Aries wants to be playful. This energy in Leo wants to be playful. So maybe this is one of the best ways to get in touch with your masculine and feminine energy. Like, tune in. What does your little girl look like? What does she want to do? Tune in. What does your little boy within you look like? What does he want to do? How can you take action with this? Taking action with anything is one of the best ways to really embody the energy. We also have the moon connecting to Uranus, and Uranus loves to shake stuff up. And Uranus in Aries is helping us get in touch with our I am vibration. So maybe, maybe this shakeup actually has to do with recognizing, like, if you're a girl like me, like recognizing the inner little boy. Like, I can recognize when I was a little girl, I definitely had both sides. I loved the girly side, dressing up in dresses and playing with dolls, playing house. And I also remember insisting many times on wearing jeans, overalls, climbing trees, playing with the streams, playing with my trucks. I like trucks. It's great to be able to balance both and to be able to recognize the both in you as part of your I am vibration and taking that action. So I think beyond that, the biggest thing that's actually happening today is that Saturn has moved from 28 degrees to 29 degrees, the final degree, the degree of mastery in this realm of Scorpio. And so, with this, some shadow stuff may come up around it. I know for me, like a shadow of the masculine-feminine thing. When I was in first grade, my sisters cut my hair off. They thought I would look like a pixie. And I didn't like it. And I had a teacher who kind of didn't let me do some things that I wanted to do because I wasn't feminine enough, which is really funny because I was a pretty little girl. And so that really triggered me. So, a few years ago, if you had told me, work with your inner little boy, I probably would have, had to do a lot of work around it. I did do a lot of work around it. So be willing to look at what's coming up for you in your root from your past that still triggers you about, about whatever's coming up for you. We're going to just be working with these final things. 2.5 weeks. We have 2.5 weeks left of Saturn in Scorpio. September 17th, it's just signs. So, whatever comes up, be present with it. Be as present as you can with it. But don't forget to, at the same time, be playful, because that's one of the best remedies for what's going on. So the other two cards I pulled, the Master. Saturn in Scorpio at the 29th degree, finishing up, yeah, mastery. Let's talk about it, because I think getting to know your darkness, really understanding it, embracing it, I think that's one of the best things that you can do for mastery. Because if you're pushing it aside, hiding it, ignoring it, avoiding it, you haven't worked with it. You're not mastering it. But when you're able to embrace it and say, yes, this is part of me, and I accept it, and I understand it, and I'm okay that I'm not perfect, that's pretty impressive. And the other thing, trust. Trust in this. Sometimes that darkness is daunting. Sometimes it can be hard to work with. But trust that everything's working out for you. Trust that you can still fly. Trust that you're still light and free, even you're a light flea. Light and free, even when you're looking at the darker, heavier parts of yourself. So, that's it for today. Have a beautiful day. Happy September. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.